hat again today, Nathan.
I see that.
Somehow it makes my head look even smaller. Okay.
Are you concerned about your head size?
I
Vans has
am.
got you covered.
Sure, we all are. Are you concerned that the size of your head is turning you away from important business opportunities? Sure, we all are. I wanted to give Landon a crack, but his head was just too dang small. It was distracting. Okay. Today on Nathan and Landon Do Business, we come up with some more business ideas to get some more bang for our buck for business.
Bonanza.
Bonanza. I think I've done that one already. It's fine. It's fine, Nathan. It's fine.
You can never go wrong with alliteration.
Exactly. Yeah. I got to work on that for next one. So, anyways, hey, welcome. This is Nathan and Landon Do Business. It's a business podcast. I'm Landon, and with me is the one and only, I'm going to stop right here, Nathan. This is the part of the podcast where I introduce this as a business podcast and I assign you a business. But
Indeed.
I figure we can pick one together. So,
Oh,
so in the past, you've been, a rodeo clown, a puppy wrangler, things of that ilk. I
sure.
have with me 30 AI generated obscure business titles organized into three groups. One is job titles that are now obsolete. Another is job titles that are happening, jobs people have now, but they're still kind of odd. And the third category is jobs that might exist in the future, but don't exist now.
Ooh.
What do you choose?
I was hoping one would be jobs that should never exist.
Hang on. Yeah, as you riff there for a minute. Give me 20 more.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
immediately drawn to future jobs, though,
okay.
like
Oh, I
space
agree.
cowboy.
Give me 20 more using the criteria, but outline jobs that should never exist. We'll revisit this later. All right. So let's get into 20 jobs that don't currently exist, but may soon exist. And we
Yeah.
can drill down from there. Okay. Martian habitat architect,
Hmm,
virtual reality historian,
sure.
not bad. Quantum computing ethicist. That's too real.
I'm anti-ethics, so
Aren't we all? At least we're upfront about
yeah.
it. Space tourism coordinator, personal memory curator. That one is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Is that like an assistant? Okay, don't forget.
Yeah. That's basically just a notepad.
You have that appointment. Hey, remember your fourth birthday party? Yeah, that was great. Um,
Someday you can be the calendar app on your phone.
yes. When AI takes over, that's the one part it's not going to. It's the
Yeah.
calendar. So I think personal memory curator is a strong contender. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that one in yellow so I don't. I'm my own personal memory curator in this instance.
Yeah.
Extraterrestrial agriculture specialist. It's a good
All right.
one. Yeah.
Is that like on the Martian when he grows potatoes on Mars?
Using his own duty.
Yeah.
Same thing. So that's part of the job, just so you know.
There's a lot of duty involved.
Making your own fertilizer. Uh, we got nanomedicine surgeon, nanobots.
That sounds complicated.
It does pass. Augmented reality interior designer. So like a Roblox level, like a Roblox creator.
Are people using those stupid like Apple Vision things?
Oh my God. Did you see that commercial?
I've seen a couple. Yeah.
It really upset me. It's
Yeah.
just like, so this is the future. I'm wearing these dumb goggles all the time.
Yeah. It's like while you're driving.
I did see the video of the guy wearing I think the goggles while he was driving his Tesla in
Yeah.
autopilot, and he got pulled over, which I thought was hero work right there.
Do you see the picture of like two people sitting at a restaurant, like just the two of them at a table, both of them wearing it? Like
Yes.
it's like what a bleak dystopia we all live in.
Yeah. 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 And I, for one, welcome the apocalypse.
Yeah, Dagon, please destroy us in your mercy.
Have pity upon us, lowly mortals. And yes. Okay. Oh, wow. So this isn't the AI didn't do a good job on jobs that shouldn't exist. Actually, this isn't too bad. Pet food taster, that's pretty good.
Somebody's got to taste it.
Yeah. Okay. Um, digital afterlife therapist.
Isn't there a TV show about that
Oh, let's look it
called like
up.
Upload or something?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So you could do that though. You can be a therapist for people in the digital afterlife. That could be nice. Ooh, look at this one. Personalized weather modifier.
Ooh, I feel like they did personalized weather.
Me too. Me too. I don't see how that could exacerbate the ongoing climate crisis, but it's fine.
Ah, that's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. Robot ethics lawyer.
Good old robots.
I was trying to think of a funny name for Ally McBeal, but robots like Ally McBite, but that's not good. Ally McBit.
Yeah,
Ally McBit, that's better.
that's better.
Sexy robot lawyer. Well, this is a good one. Intergalactic diplomat.
Ooh, I do like that one.
It's very good. You have to do the little dance while you do it, the Beastie Boys intergalactic dance. That's the only requirement for
Yeah,
it. Time travel tour guide.
sure.
Not good. Artificial intelligence psychologist. Hmm.
That's kind of what we're doing.
It is, except the opposite. We're like actively provoking artificial intelligence to insanity.
Yeah. Well, we got to drive it insane first to then cure it. Like that's our business model. So
We create the disease, then attempt to cure it. We're not
yeah,
always successful, but our intentions are mixed at best.
yeah,
Um, drone traffic controller. That's basically air traffic control. It already exists.
yeah,
Personal brand advisor? Absolutely not.
yeah.
No,
Hard
no.
pass.
Hard pass. Yeah. We'll be your personal memory curator. We will not curate your personal brand. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jake Paul. Um, wait, what? Anyways, um, holographic fashion designer. Mm, again,
I'm clearly a paragon of fashion design already. So moving that to
exactly.
the virtual space is a logical next step.
Yeah. So we'll put that one in the maybe pile. Oh, this is a good one. Virtual wildlife biologist, assuming that all wildlife is eradicated in the future.
That may become necessary shockingly quickly.
Or it's like a nanopets type thing, where it's like
Yeah.
that could be interesting.
Like touring people around Tamagotchis.
Like, spotting him in the wild.
Yeah.
Don't approach too closely. You'll spook it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put this one in the maybe pile too. Virtual wildlife biologist. Very, very good. Very needed. Oh, here's a good one. Zero gravity sports coach.
Ooh.
I had no idea that was a thing on the horizon.
Well, I imagine after anyone who's in zero gravity obviously as the first thing they want to try out, but sports will eventually come up. So
I would like to see zero gravity mixed martial arts. That would be very challenging.
yeah,
Without the force of gravity to assist you, it's going to be very hard to injure someone.
yeah, trying to use someone else's momentum against them is difficult in zero gravity. So
It'd be more funny than anything else.
yeah,
Um, so here's the last one, cybernetic implant technician.
that's that probably is an actual job title at like working for Elon Musk these days.
Tuning up his
And
cyber
Neuralink.
genitals. Needs a little help. Little hitch in my giddy up down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think, Nathan? Did any of these jump out of you for your job for this week?
I'll curate some virtual animals.
Perfect. Okay, so here we are. We're at a business podcast, and with us is the one, the only, the virtual wildlife biologist. His name is Nathan.
That was the longest couch gag we've ever done.
I know. Well, it was not worth the payoff. I did not think this through.
I assume no one is watching by this point, so now we can do whatever we want.
Exactly. Speaking of which, I got something really important to share with you. This is, I mean, I'm not exaggerating. This is really important. So you remember last week how, not last week, it was 2 weeks ago. So we skipped a week. I had some stuff. We were trying to, you, in a stroke of genius, came up with a new jazz deity named Jesus Christ.
That was
Remember?
that was something.
Yes. And so I was struggling to get AI to make an image of Jesus Christ for us because it wanted to be respectful to people who worship Jesus
Yeah,
because they're real and exist, apparently.
sure. You don't want to step
But
on their toes.
you don't want those jazz fanatics coming after you. But after some coaxing, I got some images of Jesus in his corporeal form.
Nice.
Would you like to see it?
Absolutely, I would.
So here we have loving Jesus. What do we think?
That's the jazziest man I've ever seen. So jazzy, he's foregone having a nose to dedicate his entire body to jazz. He
Exactly.
sacrificed his nose for us all to enjoy his smooth jazz.
He sacrificed his nose that we might bob.
Yeah,
Sent his only begotten nose to be smitten for us.
I like that he's
Um,
wearing Mickey Mouse gloves. That
I
really
know
covers the stigmata well.
it does. Where he was impaled by reeds.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know, when Jazz is first descended to this earthly plane, people they shunned him for his fusion. But he it was through his jazzy fusion that he redeemed all of us. But yeah, like I said, this is loving jazzes. But as you can imagine, there are instances where if you neglect the beat or if you shun the groove, you will experience a vengeful jazzes.
uh-oh.
And he looks a little something like this. His nose is back.
Yeah, he's got that V goatee that all the villains love.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I am terrified of vengeful jazzes.
Yeah, I don't even want to know how he lost those teeth.
He hit him with his trumpet in a rage.
Yeah,
Of course they grow back. I mean, he's jazzes. He can do what he wants.
yeah.
He just smashes out his own teeth to prove a point. But as you can see here, there's a cacophonous tune flowing in the background. Um, Jazz
Possibly some
is,
Greek letters of some sort.
yes. Yeah. Well, Jazzis is a Greek deity.
Yeah,
That
Epsilon.
Jazz was first discovered in ancient Greek, in
Yeah.
ancient Greece. Yeah.
Also the bow tie. Not many people know that.
Exactly. He also the profession of movie theater usher was invented in ancient Greece as well. So that's why he's
Yeah,
dressed like this.
sure.
They were so far ahead of their time, Nathan. Yeah, so this is Vengeful Jazzis. And lastly, to tie this up, here is Jazz visiting a young man, instilling the jazz upon him. A lot going on here.
Yeah. He's got the he's already got all the basic tools. He has all these musical instruments laying around.
And
Jazz
a
is the
beach
logical next step.
and a beach ball.
Yeah, and a beach ball.
I just like that this man is electrified with jazz to the point where he has 6 fingers sprouting from
Yeah.
his hand.
Well, that'll really help with the fingering on the old saxophone.
Yeah. He'll get way more jazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like how this
Did
is.
Jazz just give him one of his fingers? Is that what's going on?
It looks like it because he only has 4.
Yeah.
Jazz has sacrificed his fingers for this young man who was electrified by the jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm kind
yeah,
of that's a recurring nightmare I have is strange deities showing up, giving me their fingers.
give me their jazz fingers.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
He's got a pretty sweet beard though for a blue man.
He's blue. Babu dee, babu die. That's what that song was about. It's about
Yeah,
jazzes.
there it is. It's in the hymn book.
We need to make a mournful dirge of that song. He's blue, babu dee, babu die. He gave his fingers to me. I hate it. Yeah. Yeah. He's kind of like a Lorax type figure.
Yeah.
He speaks for the Jazz.
His body proportions. I mean, all of them were fairly concerning. I mean, this guy is 70% beard. So
Yeah, I'm a part of a mind that the beard covers something truly monstrous.
yeah, you don't want to know what that beard hides.
It's a tactical beard. Were mortals to see it, they would instantly perish. Jazz in its purest essence.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's all I got for jazzes this week. What do you think?
that is plenty.
Eventually, we're going to architect some kind of showdown between Jazzis and Dagon.
Yeah,
Dagon will prevail
yeah, $10 on Dagon every day. But
all day, every day. That cosmic dread he instills in you can't be beat, can't be topped. Okay.
I was thinking about Dagon yesterday because they opened a new Barnes and Noble by our house, and we were wandering around just checking it out. And they had this cookbook based on the work of H.P. Lovecraft called
Oh,
the Necronom Nom Nom.
that's very good.
It's like, hail Dagon.
I'm going to start dropping that in casual conversation. I was thinking about Dagon the other day, wistfully in my garden.
Yeah,
Just thinking about Dagon.
yeah. I was walking on the beach, and there's only one set of footprints, and that's where Dagon carried me.
In his severely disfigured maw.
Yeah, it wasn't so much footsteps as it was dragging tentacles, but
Yeah, it was really easy to see where he was.
yeah,
Okay. So Nathan, last week we had a really nice time writing an email to the Sharpie Corporation. Once again, I feel like overhauling the medium of email, which has been
yeah,
so tired and stayed for so many years. I can't think of anyone else who would just drop a scat solo in the middle of an email, but innovators like us.
absolutely.
Yeah, we're making it happen.
We're changing the world.
We absolutely are. Um, but I figure this week, let's take a relaxed attitude and just see what our next little adventure is, Maybe we can just fire up the old random podcast topic generator, see what Dagon brings us.
Yeah. What if the fate's in store for us?
What do the fates have in store indeed? So let me go ahead and fire this up. So we have between 2 and 119.
That's a lot of ideas.
Yes. All right, let's see here. The number here is 73. So this is the brand we're going to be targeting. And get ready for it. It's Marvel, Nathan.
Oh my goodness, the big dogs.
I know. How likely is it you and I are about to be sued?
I feel like we're always on the cusp of being sued. So
The nice thing, though, is no one really cares about us.
yeah.
So that's the upside.
My wife sometimes expresses concern that we're going to be arrested for what we're doing. But I keep pointing out it's not illegal to send people emails. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're only vaguely threatening, and then
yeah.
we're threatening them with things like ghosts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Ghost threats are rarely arrestable.
I've been meaning to talk to Marvel though about the team up with Heinz, the ketchup based Avengers. So
The ketchup-based Avengers. Well, Marvel's been having a rough go at it lately, haven't
they
they?
have, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What was the name of the? I mean, I'm even not even aware of this hero, Madam Web. Is that what it was, or Lady
Yeah,
Web or something?
that was Sony.
Oh,
It's only MCU adjacent, but the only movie that Marvel has coming out this year is Deadpool 3. Like they
hmm.
used to have like 4 or 5 on the schedule, and they've dropped them all
Yeah.
or
Oh,
pushed them
wow.
back. So
Now, is that strike related, or is that just general content crumminess related? Do we think?
I think it's general content crumminess. So
Yeah. Well, it's been getting they've been getting the kind of I didn't even see the Eternals. Did you see that one?
I did. Uh, I watched it in the theaters, and never again. If that tells you anything about the level of quality. So
Oh, shoot.
yeah,
That's a bummer.
I think a
Yes.
lot of people abandoned it after Endgame. So
Oh, yeah.
if they're going to make a comeback, they'll need us on their side.
They absolutely will. So, this is where shit gets real, Nathan. Pardon my language, Nana. I didn't mean to say a bad word. This is where it gets real. is where we find out the audience or the people who are going to help us make this happen. Are you ready to find out who they are?
Let's do it.
Okay, so the number here is 56, and that row corresponds to, oh my goodness, explorers.
Ooh,
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of interesting because I feel like it's similar territory as pirates.
a little bit.
Yeah.
They probably don't know much about the history of the MCU because they've been out exploring.
Yeah, I mean that's true because we can do any range of explorer, space explorer, time explorer, Spanish conquistadores.
Yeah, it's one of the rare untapped markets for Marvel, like that and people in comas. So
Exactly. People coming back, yeah, from space exploration for a long stay on, a 20-year stay in space. They don't know about the MCU.
they've been out there farming potatoes in their own duty.
They made a Spider-Man movie. Actually, they made several of
Yeah.
varying quality. Oh yeah, they're gonna love this. I mean, just imagine this, like if we can capture that wonder of the space explorer who's been harvesting potatoes in his own duty, of knowing what the MCU is, maybe that can rekindle people's affection for the series.
Remember when astronauts were like national heroes?
Yes,
It'll be kind of like that, except they'll be convincing us to watch Marvel movies.
exactly.
Have you guys heard about this? There's an Iron Man.
There's four heroes, and each of them are fantastic. That's a sore spot too.
I always thought that Iron Man would be better if it was like I Robot, but it's like I Run Man. He's someone
It's
who's
just
been he has all the powers of Ron.
one Ron. Ronman. And the nice thing about a name like Ron is it immediately conjures up a very specific kind of man.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't meet a Ron who's younger than, I'm going to say 55. Like,
no,
there's no teenager named Ron.
no, not
Yeah,
at all.
no. Yeah. Oh, here's something funny. Do you think that, well, maybe we'll see. Like, you know how they kind of McDonald's jettisoned Ronald McDonald?
Yeah,
Think they'd ever bring him back as Ron?
it's like a middle-aged divorce, Ronald McDonald.
Yeah. Like Ronald McDonald has hit a really hard time since they broke his contract, and now
Yeah,
he's just Ron.
he's grown a mustache.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to do this series, but I'm behind on alimony. So, money's money. A check's a check.
Yeah, I assume he was married to Grimace.
Grimace, his bitter divorce with Grimace
Yeah,
really took a toll.
yeah.
I don't want to imagine the nightmarish children they had.
No, you don't want to spend too much time thinking about that.
I mean, I
We could
assume.
generate it with AI, though.
Hang on, hang on, hang on. So first, before I generate this with AI, do you think Grimace reproduces asexually?
I hope for Ron's sake, no.
All right, make an image of a child of Ronald McDonald and Grimace that shares both their traits.
He's sort of a purple amorphous blob, so he may reproduce asexually. Who knows? It
I
would
don't.
take it would take some sort of virtual biologist to figure that out.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so I got AI working on this. It's gonna get something here in a second, and I'll share it with you as soon as this monstrosity is developed. Um, all right. Okay, so yeah, explorers. This is gonna be great. And this is nice fertile terrain.
Yeah,
And it can be any kind of explorer. So I feel like you and I can surprise each other there. It doesn't have to be any particular kind of explorer. Just an explorer.
you'll be so surprised by the explorer I come up with.
I know. Are we clickbaiting each other?
A little bit.
Top 5 explorers who will bring back the Marvel MC universe. Marvel Universe. Number 3 might surprise you. All right. So, I mean, usually when we do these things, we have our brand that we're targeting, the audience that we're targeting, and we have some kind of emotional state we want them to feel, which, this one, Of course, you want them to feel excited to see Marvel movies again. But let's see if AI. Oh my God! Wait. So,
Before we
hang
move
on.
on,
Hang on. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. This is this are you ready to have your nightmares haunted for at least a couple of minutes?
please.
Okay. So this is the spawn of Ronald McDonald and Grimace.
What evil have we brought into the world?
I also wanted to make sure that he was being observed in a lab setting.
I
Oh
feel so
goodness.
bad for those scientists.
I know. That gaze is menacing and haunting.
Yeah, he can see into your soul for sure.
So, what's the over under this conversation is them considering just exterminating this abomination?
All they're doing is gathering to try to figure out how to kill it. So,
I wonder if this is like attempt 47 and he's just mocking them with that gaze, like, you've tried before, it's not going to succeed.
yeah, he's impervious to all their attempts.
Yeah. You've tried before. What makes you think now is going to be successful? It's not.
He's so big.
He's huge. Oh, and that hair.
Yeah,
Um,
his perfectly coiffed red hair.
yeah, it's like you can try to kill me for 20 minutes, but I have a hair appointment this afternoon that I absolutely can't miss.
Yeah.
Denise is just lovely.
They have the world's biggest like hair dryer to put over me.
Yeah. They had to make, they had to have a commission just for McGrimace. What would this creation's name be?
Granus. That's bad.
Cronus. Cronus is better. Cronus. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, that's terrifying.
You know
Um,
how all children have to have a name that's a combination of their parents' names, right?
and no, in my imagination, this thing was spawned, and that was the first thing that came out of its mouth was Granus.
Yeah,
I
kind
also
of named
choose
itself.
Granus. Okay, God, calm down, Granus. Yeah, I also choose to believe that it was born in this suit and somehow it just adapted and changed shape as this creature increased in size over time.
Yeah, that's not a suit. That's part of its skin.
Yeah. Yeah. And it feasts upon the nightmares that it caused by people gazing upon it.
Yeah,
So the more afraid you are of it, the bigger it gets.
the scientists must be pretty afraid. Even though we have the world's tallest scientists there to the right, even he
He's
is
huge.
dwarfed by Granus.
Dwarfed by Granus is the name of my indie pop band. Which I feel is a pretty good name. Anyways, hang on one second. All right. I got to swap out my earbuds, Nathan. Okay. Say something really quickly to see if I can hear you. Oh, I can't hear you. Hang on. Oh, it's probably because I muted you. That's why. All right. Granus.
Honest.
All right. Granus. Part out. There we go. Got you
All
now.
right.
Say Granus three. If you spin in front of the mirror and say Granus 3 times,
Yeah, I'm a
he
little
will
afraid to say it
appear.
again.
All right. Would you like me to take Granus off the screen now?
It's burned into my retinas already. So
Sorry, everybody, that you if you made it this far that you had to watch this. Um, okay. That was scary. Okay. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah.
explorers.
The explorers. So Marvel explorers, and this is the feeling we want to elicit. So let's go ahead and fire up the random number generator. 79. And that is spooked. Well, we got it.
Yeah. We inadvertently armed ourselves with the perfect weapon. So,
Oh my God. What if we had Granus in the MCU?
It's like a cross promotional branding thing. Like,
With McDonald's.
yeah,
Oh my
and I
goodness.
just set him down. The good news headline here: McDonald's is willing to invest. Bad news is they're insisting on Granis.
It's Grannis has overpowered all the executives.
Yeah, McDonald's is being run by Granis at this point. Everyone else in the organization only exists to do his bidding.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And the reason why I like this, oh God, I'm crying again. Um, Marvel has a real villain problem, Nathan.
They do.
They're always either killing their villains or turning them into heroes, a la Loki.
Yeah,
But Granus can be a villain for the ages.
yeah. He's a better big purple villain than Thanos, I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
He doesn't have a butthole for Ant-Man to go up. So
Exactly.
now how will they defeat him?
Scientists couldn't do it. How are you gonna do it? Granus, he's Ant-Man proof.
Yeah,
Scientists couldn't kill him. We couldn't penetrate his butthole.
yeah.
You're done.
That was an
Oh,
early
good.
attempt, but it was immediately foiled by his lack of butthole.
Exactly. Yeah, Granus just felt a little bunk on his backside and then he laughed maniacally. Ha ha
Yeah,
ha ha, fools. Didn't think I thought of that already.
yeah,
Oh, so here's the question. So we want explorers to feel spooked. I just feel like due to Granus's involvement, everyone's going to be spooked to some degree.
yeah. These explorers who are coming in from the cold, as it were, will be shocked and horrified to find that this is what has become of the MCU. It's now being
Yes.
overrun by Granus.
So here's a question. So, not to get too deep in the paint on Marvel lore, but remember how Silver Server, he's a silver waiter.
Yeah,
Silver Surfer was like the Herald of Galactus. Wouldn't it be
yeah,
funny if these explorers were the Herald of Granus? It's like, okay, let's dive deeper into Granus's backstory. So, like, the McDonald's scientists inadvertently created Granus through genetic experimentation. They realized the monstrosity they developed, and they shot him into deep space.
yeah.
And then these space explorers find him accidentally, bring him back to Earth, and then Granus is amongst us.
That's very similar to like the Doomsday origin story in the comics.
Yeah,
Like the one creature that could kill Superman.
they just shot him out into
Now
space.
we've got a number two, Granus.
He's so mad.
Marvel loves to retcon like a bigger bad. So it turns out Thanos was working for Granus all along.
Exactly. Thanos was the herald of Granus.
Yeah. He
Oh my
painted
goodness.
himself purple in Granus's honor.
Yeah, he used to be a really soft pink.
Yeah.
No, not till he met Granus. Granus. Oh goodness. I'm scared already.
Yeah. Imagine how spooked the explorers will be when they see this.
I know. It's gonna look like this. Oh goodness. Okay. So it's Marvel and to some degree McDonald's. We're targeting explorers. We want them and everyone else to feel spooked by all of this thing.
Yeah.
Now, this is where the magic happens, Nathan. This is where it either goes off the rails or comes together entirely. And we're
Or
putting
both.
it exactly, or a bit of both. This is the thing we want people to do. Let's roll that random number generator. 93, which is getting some high numbers today.
Yeah.
Develop visible markers for the invisible. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either. For invisible people, their biggest struggle is all of their pens are invisible too. So,
Develop visible markers for the invisible. I think this might be an AI-induced hallucination, but I'm still
maybe, yeah.
going for it. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, markers for ghosts.
Yeah.
Markers for like fifth dimensional beings.
Yeah, apparently.
So good news, Sharpie. You're getting back into this.
Yep.
Well, the
We
good
know
news is
exactly who to talk to about this.
we sent them a jazz email a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Following up on our proposal, bad news. Granus is back. And he needs to make a new kind of marker. Oh, I mean, it seems like almost like an omnipotent being like Granus. The first thing he might do is challenge humanity with an impossible task, just for the sole
Mm,
purpose of driving us all insane.
that's true.
This might
It's
be
very
Granus's
like,
hand. Yeah,
yeah, it's like a tree falling in the forest sort of scenario.
exactly. Make me a visible marker for the invisible. Granus, I need more instructions. Just do it. Okay, God, jeez, Granus. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is going to be interesting. I still say we go for it. I still say we involve markers to some degree.
We'll figure it out.
We absolutely will figure it out. Oh goodness, Nathan, how are you feeling about this assignment?
Spooked. It's the one word I could use to describe it.
Yeah. All right. So hang on. Before we leave, I'm going to whip up one more thing. Do some scat real quick while I'm doing this.
Skibbity bop bit bow. If only I had an email to read from.
I know.
Not enough people are sending me jazz related emails, easily delineated into paragraph chapters with headings.
I know.
And a
Yeah.
nice picture for each paragraph might help too.
I know. A visual aid for each one.
Yeah.
For those of you who aren't sure what we're referencing, watch the last video for like the 9 of you who've made it this far.
Yeah.
Oh, Nathan, did you know, like, since our last recording, we got a significant amount of new subscribers?
Did we know?
We did. So welcome, folks who made it this far. Your bit about puppy wrangling really struck a chord with a lot of people. So well done in that respect.
That's a good business model right there. Puppy busting.
Oh, wow. So this kind of looks more like Ron than it does like Granus, but here's an image of Granus coming into Earth's atmosphere from space. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, I assume the clown makeup will burn off and reveal his horrible purple visage.
Yes. This is Granus coming into Earth, ready to wreak terrible vengeance on all of us. So that's just a warning to everybody. Granus is coming. His vengeance will be swift and horrific. And yeah, the MCU is great, and y'all should join us in revitalizing it.
Call up any explorers you know and get them on board too.
Exactly. Help us defeat Granus and get people interested in the MCU so we can make visible markers for the invisible.
Yeah, the long game has always been visible markers, but
Yeah. So this begs the question, have there ever been invisible markers?
there's a invisible ink that you can make from like your own pee or whatever. But
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that exists. There's invisible ink.
but
Yeah,
the
we can
marker
do.
itself is still visible, right? So,
Yeah, you can still see it. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, goodness. Anyways, all right. Well, we got a lot of work to do, Nathan. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up today. So everyone, thank you for joining us today, for watching our program. Please send us an email. Really just horribly disfigure that like button. Do something awful to it. Commit a crime against the subscribe button. And we'll see you next week. Italy now.
Deadly now.
Landon taking the stage with business minds full of ingenuity.